You are now listening to the smooth sensations and high vibrations of Alex, host of the best relationship channel on YouTube. Alex, drop them gems on us.
You got a big bag, let me bang. Show me where your friends at, we can flip that. Let me put you on the game. 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 Show you where the red at, where the blue at. Show you where they flip that, where they bitch at. Let me put you on the game. Let me put you on the game. Let me put you on the game. Let me put you on the game right there.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Alex. Shout out to the Elite Fleet. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can become a member of the Elite Fleet. And as y'all can see, the sun's about to set. It's looking like a beautiful little pink ball back there. That means it's time for me to cook. And today's video is going to be very important. Alright, but it's going to be long. So I need you guys to save this to your favorites, bookmark it, whatever it is that you do, because you're going to want to come back to this one, because today we're going to discuss women manipulation tactics, female manipulation tactics, what women use to avoid accountability from men, to avoid being held responsible, and to get you to do what they want you to do. What's the tactics that they use to do these things? All right? Because we all know women hate accountability, but how exactly is it that they avoid it? All right, so like I said, bookmark this, timestamp this, save this to your favorites. All right, very valuable information about to get laid on you guys. All right, now I know some of you may be thinking, well, Alex, you have a decent sized female following, so if you say all this, aren't they just gonna realize that that's what they're doing and pivot? No, because I want you guys to understand something very important. Despite this video, you're gonna hear some things that's gonna make you look at women kind of like, damn, for real. But everybody manipulates. Men manipulate, kids manipulate. It's not about being mad at people for manipulating. It's about understanding when you're being manipulated and not falling for it. All right? And even if women hear me break down these tactics, I'm telling you guys right now, they're still going to do it, because a lot of the times they don't even know that they're doing it. They're programmed to do it. It's part of their natural feminine nature, and it's also how they get programmed by society. Some of these are going to be societal cues. When I start to get into them, you'll understand what I mean. So it does not matter that I'm breaking down this is what they do. They're still going to do it. There's been women who've dated me, heard me talk about how women do this, and they still do it because they forgot. Or, again, they didn't even realize they were doing it. So it doesn't matter. They can watch this. Hopefully, if they watch this, they try to identify some of these things that they might do that they didn't even realize what it does, or that they were doing it, and try to stop it, right? Or at least cut down on it. Because I also want you guys to know this. Every woman, even your mom, your sister, your wife, your girlfriend, whoever, is going to do one of these things or has done one of these things to you at some point in your life. Doesn't mean that they're a bad person. Doesn't mean they need to get cut off. Because like I said, everyone manipulates. But understand, if you're talking to or dealing with a woman in any capacity who consistently does multiple of these things consistently, then you need to cut her ass off. But if she's just done some of them and it's few and far in between, once in the blue moon, then it's not a big deal. Again, this is more about being able to recognize it so that you aren't manipulated by it than it is trying to attack them or act like it's a terrible thing or that they're terrible people because of it, all right? So with that being said, let's get straight into this video. It's going to be a lot of gems in here, all right? A lot. So prepare yourselves. Number one, we're going to start with the base, all right? Women's base for manipulating men and denying accountability. I call this the sword and the shield, and that is deny and deflect. Almost everything else in the playbook starts with denying and deflecting. Y'all gonna see me come back to denying and deflecting several times. Deflection is the shield, denying is the attack. All right, now what would be considered denying, right? Of course, you have your standard lie. There's somewhere, hey, I heard you were at this club. I wasn't at that club. All right, they do something, hey, you spent this money, you forgot to put this back, you blew this tire. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. That's a flat out lie, right? Denying that they did something or contributed to something or said something that they did say. Now, let me tell you guys something very important right from jump. Women rarely do this. Men actually do this more than women do. Women very rarely lie. What they do, and this is the early gem, is they omit. Now, omitting is still lying. It's a form of a lie. But I need you guys to understand they omit information. That is how women lie 9 out of 10 times. What's an example of omitting information? I'll give you a quick example. I was dating this girl one time, right? Now, way back in the early stages of when she was dating, she was telling me about this guy who makes videos. And she's like, oh, I really like his videos. I think he's really intelligent, you know, blah, 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 la, 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 whatever the case may be. Okay, whatever. So months, damn near a year down the line, right? She hits me up and she says to me, hey, Alex, the guy who makes a lot of videos I really like, he thinks one of my theories is really good. Okay, he wants to take my theory and make a video about it, right? Now me, one, this same woman was just talking about not having money, and two, I'm a businessman. I'm not a businessman, I am a businessman, so let me handle my business. Damn, shout out to Jay-Z. But anyway, the businessman in me and the knowing that you've been just complaining about not having money in me says, okay, this man thought your theory was good enough that he's basically going to monetize it. Why don't you ask the man to pay you? She goes, I'm not going to ask him to pay me, you know, and da-da-da-da-da, blase, 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 and da-da-da-da. Why should I ask him to pay me? I'm just happy he even responded. Now keep that in the back of your head. I'm just happy he even responded. He even thought that I was smart, you know, if it was you, I wouldn't ask you to pay me, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, you know, like the story of OJ. I'm not black, I'm OJ. Okay. All right. Now, right off the bat, I know, okay, if a woman's not asking a man to pay, if a woman does not want to take money from a man, and this is another gem, woman does not want to take money from a man, there's only one reason why she wouldn't want to take money from a man, and that's because she wants to take his seed. Let that breathe, run it back. There's only one scenario where a woman would say she doesn't want to take money from a man. That is because she wants his seed. All right? Because if she wants his seed, she does not want to be perceived as a gold digger. This is why I talk to you guys about understanding your worth and knowing your value. When you guys see me get taking places like the U.S. Open, you know, concerts, sporting events, women cook me these home cooked meals and serve them to me and stuff. Reason they do that is because they want my seed. When a woman wants your seed, okay, and when I say seed, I'm not just talking about kid, I'm talking about to be your wife. Yes, bear your kids too, but to be your wife as well. They want you on a deeper level. When a woman wants you on a deeper level, she starts to put her best foot forward, or she attempts to put her best foot forward, okay? All this is very important. We getting into the details. That's why I told you it was going to be a long video. So I already know if I'm asking you, why don't this man pay you? And you're offended that I even asked for a man to give you money, which is crazy. But then you also compare this man to me, who you're dating. You must like this guy. But you didn't say that, right? So a little bit more picking and prying. And guess what gets found out? Not only did she like the guy, but she'd been messaging the guy before. Now, this is why I told you guys to stick on what I said earlier when she said, I was surprised this dude even replied to me. How are you surprised someone you've been messaging before, who you just said, I'm the further questioning, almost always responded to everything that you said, is replying to you? See, that was cat. See, the reality is, she didn't want me to know that she liked this dude. Why didn't she want me to know that she liked this dude? Why didn't she want me to know that? Simple. Because she liked both of us. So in her head, she doesn't want to say anything to one or the other that will make one or the other go away. Right? Now, this goes back into deflection. Right? Because when I started questioning about it, eventually she realized, oh crap, he's building a case. See, women aren't stupid. So when she realized that I was building a case, that's when she goes to deflecting. See, the deny is the attack. Then she goes into deflection. What was the first deflection? The first deflection was, I'm like, well, why didn't you tell me you liked him? You said that was a friend. If you've been messaging the dude back and forth, right? You wanted to pursue a relationship with him before I came along. That's not a friend. That's a love interest. That's someone you're dating, which is fine. You know, but what the hell? Why didn't she say it? She says her initial response is, oh, well, you date other people. We're not exclusive. Okay. Here's the difference. If I ever dated someone, smashed someone, anything intimate with someone, or had intimate desires with someone, I would tell you that. The reason you know that I'm dating other women is why? Because I told you that. Otherwise, you would not know that, to even be able to say that. See, that's a deflection and has nothing to do with what we're talking about. What we're talking about is how you presented this man as a friend. You made it seem like you never even messaged him before, when the whole time you had been messaging him for a long period of time and he was your target before I came along. So that was deflection tactic number one. Try to pin it on you. Well, you do this, so why is it a problem when I do it? She tried to do the it's cool when you do it, it's a problem when I do it game. But it didn't work because I'm too damn smart for that. This is why I said, if you realize what they do, you won't get mad or be caught off guard by it. So I'm like, no, we're not going to do that. The problem is, you tried to make this dude seem like a friend when you're interested in him because you want to keep us both around, which I would respect more if you was just like me. You were like, hey, I was talking to other people. But you claim you wasn't. All right, now you want to bring up how I'm talking to other people. Well, that's the difference. I would have told you that. You didn't tell me that. You told me this was a friend. So now because you did that, every man you ever say is a friend, I gotta look at sideways because you already lied about this dude saying he was a friend and he's a whole love interest. That's just the reality of the situation. Now, here's deflection tactic number two. When she realized deflection tactic number one didn't work, then she tried to make the conversation about sex. Oh, well, it's just I've been so lonely. You haven't been here. You haven't talked to me. You know, we used to be so frisky. We used to be this. We used to be that. You see? Trying to tap into that primal side of your male brain where you're always thinking about smashing. Trying to tap into that. To say, oh, look at me. I'm sexy. I have big boobs, fat butt. I'm pretty. Why are we talking about this? Why are we talking about this? Okay, yeah, all right. I might have left some stuff out. That might have been important details, but don't you just want to sex me? Do you find me sexy? She wanted her whole fat bastard thing. Nah, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We need to get to the point of why you lied and said that this dude was a friend when he's a whole damn romantic interest. Why did you say you were surprised he even responded to you, and now we're finding out that he responds all the time? Deny and deflect. All right, now, when they get past the deny and deflection, this is the next tactic that they use. This is the next form that they'll use, right? This is another form of deflection. Remember, everything goes back to denying and deflecting. That's the sword and the shield. So we're still in the deflection part. Now she's on the defense because you realize I see through the BS. So this is the next thing she does. She goes, well, I don't understand why that's a big deal. Like, okay, I didn't tell you that I liked them. Why does all of that matter? Like, I don't understand why that's a big deal. I wouldn't care. Now, I don't gotta tell you fellas that if you brought a woman around, other women you smashed, and you didn't tell them that you smashed, or you bring a woman around, another woman that you're dating, or another woman that you like, or you're romantically interested in, and you don't tell the other woman, and she finds out, either through questioning, or even because you let it slide out your mouth, or through the grapevine. I heard it through the grapevine. We all know that if any of that happens, your ass is grass. She's not going to be okay with that. Now, if you say I'm dating other people, yeah, some women will walk away from that, especially if you're not high enough value, right? But they can respect that because you're telling them from jump. There's no woman, there's nobody really who's going to respect you bringing someone around and not acknowledging any of those romantic interests and romantic things that happened that were there and presenting this person as if they're just a friend. They know that. The only reason she goes, well, I don't see why that's a big deal, is because she did it. If you did it, then she would see why it was a big deal. But because she did it, she's going to act like it's not a big deal. Women are not dumb. They know when they did something and it's a big deal. We also know that they make anthills out of little pebbles all the time. They make mountains out of rocks all the damn time. So you can tell me if I told you this girl was my friend, right? Got mad at you for asking me to charge the damn girl for something, right? Then all this information falls out later about this girl that I didn't tell you initially. I omitted it. You're not going to be like, damn, what the hell? Now I got to look at every girl you say is your friend sideways because you'll clearly have a romantic interest with a girl. And if you think that I'll tell you to stop talking to said girl, you'll lie about it. You'll lie about it. So you don't understand why that's a big deal? This is also another form of deflection. All right? This is gaslighting. Now we're about to get back to attack, which is the sword, right after this. So this is gaslighting. So what was the gaslighting? This is the next thing they'll do. Well, I didn't tell you that we did all this stuff, but you didn't ask either. I did tell you that I liked them. You weren't really listening to me. I told you that I admired them. You weren't really listening to me. Gaslighting. Because saying that you like someone, saying that you admire someone because they have a skill is not the same as saying you want to sleep with them. It's not the same as saying that you've been talking to them back and forth. Nor is it the same as saying that you had a romantic interest in them and have a romantic interest in them still. That would be someone you're dating or you were interested in dating or that you were romantically linked to. This is not a friend, is my point. So for you to sit here and gaslight and say, well, I said I like them, yeah. You said you liked the videos. You said you liked the content of the videos. What the person is putting into the videos. There's a lot of women who watch my channel. That don't mean they want to sleep with me. They might just be like, Alex is smart. Alex be talking that good stuff. I learn a lot. Does not mean they want to sleep with me. Telling a man, oh, I watch Alex videos, in no way, shape, or form is that man going to think you smashed Alex. Now, you might have flew up here, came on this rooftop right here, got bent over that railing right there, and I might have clapped your cheeks. But if you just say to your man, hey, this channel is really good. I like this guy. I think he's really smart, so his intelligence is admirable. I admire him. That doesn't say that you let him clap, nor that you want to let him clap, or that you were romantically interested in this person, or that you even messaged this person before. See, that's the gaslighting. That's the gaslighting. Well, I told you that I liked them. No, you told me that you liked the content, the videos the man made, his directorial style, his information. You didn't tell me that you liked him. That's not what you said. All right? Now, we're going to go back to the attack. All right? We're going to go back to the attack. So when all that doesn't work, now we're going to go back into the attack. And this is one of the oldest tricks in the book. And this is another gem. All this has been gem, but this is another big gem. Because after all that, then what we'll get to is, well, you seem jealous and insecure. That's one of the ones I know all you guys have heard of before. You seem jealous and insecure. So the man who said, listen, we're not serious, I'm going to be talking to other people, right, is jealous and insecure. But the person who introduced someone as a friend that really ain't their friend is not jealous or insecure. See, the insecure person is the person who didn't have the cojones to just say, hey, you know, I like this dude. No, I've been talking to him too, just so that you know. Oh, okay, no big deal. That's the insecure person. But see, women like to say that you're jealous or you're insecure, especially when you're coming at them, especially if it involves another man, because that's their last-ditch effort of trying to bite your balls off. They're using that masculation to say, you're acting like a girl. Don't pay that much attention. Don't notice when I'm full of crap. This is feminine right now. You can't call me out. You're not supposed to pay this much attention to me. Why are you even paying this much attention to me? Why am I affecting you this way? You seem jealous. You seem insecure. Because what they want is for you to be like, oh yeah, you're right. I got a whole masculine frame. And continue to let you get away with the BS? Nah. If you're telling me you want the #1 spot, then when you do something that's a red flag, I'm going to tell you what it is. Why would I pretend that it's not? There's multiple people on the line completing files. So why would I pretend that it's not? See, it's nothing jealous or insecure about pointing out when you're lied to, gentlemen. Just like there's nothing jealous or insecure about questioning something that doesn't make sense. There's nothing jealous or insecure about asking. If a woman lives with you and she wants to go out and you say, hey, where are you going? There's nothing jealous or insecure about that. A woman, and my ex used to do it all the time. You're going out, they'll ask you where they're going. And if you ask them why, they'll say, oh, just because I want to know where you're at in case something happens. Which may not even be a lie. I just want to know where you at, where you going, what you about to get into. I'm curious. I ain't about to follow your ass. They'll be like, oh, you jealous, you insecure. Why do you need to know where I am? Whenever someone says you're being jealous and insecure, 9 out of 10 times, guys, it's because whatever you said to them is true. And they're telling you you're jealous, even when men do it. For the ladies who's still watching, literally, even when men do it, you're being jealous and insecure. Most of the time, you're right. And that's their effort to try to shame you, guilt you, out of believing that you're right, so that you will think that you're a lie. You are not lying. All right, you're not making anything up in your head or anything like that. You're not jealous or insecure for questioning somebody about something that they said that doesn't add up or make sense. Now, we can get off of that because it's funny. I really didn't know that one story was going to let me go through the entire list of how women to manipulate. But it's funny because in that one story, every single tactic you could throw out was thrown out. And I'm just like, nope, 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 nope. I'm like Creed when he see everything in slow motion. You're jealous and insecure. I'm like, well, I told you I liked them. Why did I have to tell you all that detail? I'm like, well, you didn't ask if we had spoke before. I'm like, well, what about sex? I'm like, it's like Neo in the Matrix because I already see all of it coming. I can't be manipulated. I already see all of it coming. I've been here, done that. That's why I'm breaking this video down to you guys. Because this is what happens. Now, here's another big one. As I always say, the best gems come to those who stay to the end. I repeat, the best gems come for those who stay to the end. What's another manipulation tactic women use? Drawing attention to the scene. Drawing attention to the scene, believe it or not, is under the attack. Just like emasculation is a form of attack. Right? What does drawing attention to the scene mean? You might be having an argument with your lady, right? And you're winning the argument, right? Or you're winning the debate. You're making a good point. But y'all out in public, or y'all at a party, or you're at her family's house, or anything like that. What the woman will do is purposely escalate the situation. What do I mean by escalate the situation? She'll start raising her voice. She'll start yelling. She'll start turning up. And you're like, damn, why is she getting so angry? Because you don't understand what she's doing. Right? She might even start snap, crackling, and popping and twisting her neck or getting in your face. Or she might do the opposite. She might start crying and being hysterical and curling up and going to the defensive. Why are you yelling at me? Try to make it seem like you yelling and she yelling. And you like, what? And the reason she's doing this is because she wants to draw attention to the scene. This is what I call the simp wolf whistle. She like, because what she wants to happen is for other women, yeah, but primarily for other men to come and play white knight and come and save her from this ass whooping that you're giving her that she deserves for being full of it, right? So the guy come and, hey, man, why you yelling at that girl like that? And, break it up, calm down now. All right? Or they'll come to be like, all right, man, just let it go, whatever the case may be. Or the women will come like, hey, why are you talking to her like this? Why are you yelling at her? You guys calm it down, da-da-da. She's basically getting hysterical. She's being loud and drawing the scene because she knows that when people come, they're going to automatically hold you accountable, say you're out of frame, say you're out of character. Even if you're right, no one's going to ask you if you're right or not. You got to understand that. And they know this. That's why they do it. No one's going to ask you if you're right or not. We see Amber Heard straight up say to Johnny Depp, she said, what are you going to do, call the police? You think they're going to believe little old me was attacking big old you? No one's going to believe that, Johnny. No one's going to believe that. No one's going to take you seriously. The cops is another tool in their pocket. They'll abuse you. You call the cops. I told y'all this happened to one of my friends before. You call the cops show up, arrest your ass. Or threaten you and say, hey, if I got to come back here, I'm going to arrest your ass. With no details because she crying. She done started the whole thing. Or she being loud, people will tell you to calm down. Hey, man, calm down, man. Leave the girl alone. You're like, what? So you guys got to understand, right? That is the next form of the manipulation tactic that women use. They'll draw a scene to a situation or make a big deal out of something that's really not that big of a deal because they want you to seem like the bad guy, right? Another manipulation tactic, using other men. Women will use other men to make you jealous. Damn, the last situation fits this too. That was a perfect story because it fits everything. So after I knew she had a romantic interest in this man, what she thought was, okay, if I turn it up, now that he knows, if I turn it up, it'll make him apply more pressure. Because he's not giving me as much time as I necessarily want. Why communicate about it? Let's just throw another bull in the ring and see if that makes you step up. And if I say, if this other guy's giving me all this time, and this other guy's giving me all this attention, and he's willing to do this, this, and this, and you're not doing that, well, maybe I should talk to the other guy instead of you. But see, a guy like me, and this is another gem, because this is why I would encourage all you guys to do whenever ever happens. Woman ever tries to use another man to make you jealous, you know what you do? You tell her ass, go be with him. Another Jay-Z line. I heard motherfuckers saying they made Hove. Made Hove say, okay, so make another Hove. So if you think the grass is greener on this other side, if you think this guy who hasn't spanked your cheeks yet, right, hasn't been your man or hasn't been the one you're taking serious, so he doesn't have the same expectation, right? You think this man is perfect when you've given him nothing and you've asked him for nothing. He's trying to gain from you right now. So you think that man's perfect? Go be with him. Listen, it's a whole lot. Like, this is where the abundance mindset comes in. There's a whole line of women back here. There's 3 women for every 1 man in America. You think that guy got it? You go ahead and be with that guy. I'll be the friend. I'll be the friend. That's how you get out of that situation. Okay, I'll be your friend. It's cool. Go be with him. They ain't gonna go. Because, see, when women do that, when they say this guy's doing this, this, and this, and this, and this, and this, they're expecting you to apply more pressure. They're gonna say that that guy's doing everything that they want you to do. He's probably not even doing it. I want you guys to understand that. Oh, well, he talks to me every night. He's busy too. He got money too. But he talks to me every night. You don't talk to me every night. He talks freaky to me. You ain't been talking freaky to me. He talks freaky to me. So what you gonna do, Alex? I'm gonna tell you, go be with him. Again, I heard mugs saying they made Hove. It made Hove say, okay, so make another Hove. You'll be back. Because once he spank your cheeks, once he get the sloppy toppy, whatever it is he wants from you, once he gets it, he's going to change. Once you put those expectations on him, he's going to change. Go ahead. Go on. Well, will you still be here? Now all of a sudden energy change. Well, will you still be here when I get that? Probably not. If I got 10 women waiting over here, right? Yeah, I'm dating 3 of you. Let's say you're in position 2, or you're in position 3, or you're in position 1. Doesn't make a difference. I'm talking to 3 of you. Y'all all vying for the #1 spot. You tell me it's another dude you like more. Go ahead. Bink. Now you out. Now it's 2 in the running. If one of the other girls do really well, now we back to 3. See, they can't manipulate you when you know the game. Oh, this guy's so great. He's doing all this. Well, I think you should be with him. That's cool with me. I'll be your friend. Go ahead. Go on. Because, again, 9 times it's BS. If the guy was so great, why ain't you with him? See, what they want you to say is, oh, I better step it up. They want you to be a simp. Oh, I better step it up. I better spend more money, spend more time, do whatever she's asking because there's this other guy there not. Because I know men. I'm a man. So I know once that man spank your cheeks, let's see what he's doing then. It ain't going to be the same energy 9 out of 10 times. I'm aware of that. So whenever a girl says that, that's why I've mentioned that in other videos. Whenever a woman says that shit to you guys, your immediate response should always be, okay, go ahead, be with him. I'll be the friend. You can still smash in the friend zone anyway. So what difference does it make? I'll be the friend. Once you're romantically interested in someone that can never really be your friend, that's another gem. It's impossible. Because as soon as y'all in an intimate setting, something going to go down 9 out of 10 times. So I'll be a friend. You go be with him. I'll be the one you cheating on. I'll be the one you cheat with. I'll be the side guy. Call me. I'll be not that see out the frame. That'll be me. And word of my man Brent Fayez, all right? Another manipulation tactic women are to use all the damn time. This is another gem. Saying other people said stuff about you that they really want to say. Again, when a woman really wants to be chose, she wants to be your wife, she wants to have your seed, her main thing is to not do anything or put herself in a position where anything looks bad. Going back to what I said earlier, she don't want to ask the man for money because she don't want to seem like a gold digger. Why doesn't she want to seem like a gold digger? Because she likes the guy. If she didn't give a damn about the guy, she wouldn't care. Right? So, another manipulation tactic that women use all the damn time is they'll tell you someone else said something that they said. Oh, my mother thinks you're a player. I ain't never met your mama. Yeah, but she was just, I was telling her stories and stuff. And, your mother don't think I'm a player. Your mother don't know me. You think I'm a player. And what you realize, and if you put a lot of this video together, most of this stuff is passive aggressive. See, this is another form of the attack. This isn't the deny sector. This is the attack sector. This is a way for a woman to attack you, but she does it through other people because she don't have the balls to do it herself. My mama said, my sister told me that my daddy told me that men make time for things that are important to them. I done made a whole damn video about how stupid that mindset is. This is why so many women end up with babies by broke men. Because the broke man made the time that the man who could have actually took care of her doesn't have. And when you put a man who has in a position where it's choose having or choose me, he's going to choose having. And if he doesn't, he's an idiot because he ain't going to have no more. Because not only are you going to end up leaving with half, you're going to leave because half of the reason you like them, probably not the whole reason, but half of it is because of what he had. He only had what he had because he was working all the damn time. You understand what I'm saying to you? My daddy told me, that feminine ass shit. That's the type of stuff women say. My daddy told me or my brother told me. They think if they say a man said it's going to stick with you more. That men make time for what they find to be important. So if you can't make time for me, I must not be that important to you. Let me tell you something. If my time is limited and I make any time for you, then you should realize that you're important to me. And if the time that I make for you isn't enough, then once again, as I said earlier, skedaddle. Take your ass on. I know how the story ends. The men who got time don't got money. The men who got money don't got time. For the women who still watching, that's another dream. The men who have time don't have money. The men who have money don't have time. And if your father or your brother or your uncle or whatever you want to call it, it's what you call it, is telling you some dumb crap like that, I guarantee you they broke. Because if your daddy was LeBron James, he ain't got time. So he gonna understand if you're dating a man with means, he ain't gonna have time. If your daddy was Donald Trump, if your daddy was Jeff Bezos, if your daddy was Mark Zuckerberg, if your daddy was George Lopez, if your daddy was Kanye West, if your daddy was Earl Graves, y'all get the point. Your daddy is Michael B. Jordan. He ain't gonna tell you nothing stupid like that. So unless you want a broke ass man like your broke ass daddy, get on this program. Stop telling me to change my time and be happy with the time that I'm choosing to give to you before I give it to somebody else. Deflect it right back. See, when they attack, you deflect. When they deflect, you attack. The best gems stay to the people who listen to the end. When they attack, you deflect. When they deflect, you attack. The best gems come to people who are in the end. Somebody timestamp this for me. I'm going to say it one more time. Let it breathe, run it back. When women deflect, you attack. When they attack, you deflect. So saying someone else said something about you, in the words of Jay-Z, he's no item. Please don't like him. He don't wife him. He one nights him. Now she don't like him. She never met him. In the words of Jay-Z, when they do that, that's when you deflect it back. That's when you deflect it back. Now, vice versa, whenever they're in attack, the attack mode, you deflect. And attack mode is where this other guy, he's doing all this stuff that you won't do. Okay, that's fine. Go be with him. That's your deflection. That's your deflection. They ain't going to do it 9 out of time, 10 times. If they do, so what? She ain't the one for you. When they start saying, oh, all these people think all this stuff about you, that's fine. You can go be with someone who you don't think that would do all that stuff. That's when you use your deflection. Your deflection is your strongest weapon. What is a man's deflection? Your ability to walk away. Let that breathe, run it back. Someone timestamp it for me. What is a man's deflection? Your ability to walk away. Whenever she does one of the attacks of manipulation, you deflect with your ability to walk away. That's how you beat that. Now, how do you go on an attack? You go on an attack by staying on the subject. If my issue is this, that's what my issue is. You offer sex, I go on the attack. No, we're talking about this. You try to deflect to a happier conversation or change the subject, we bring it back. No, we're talking about this. That's how you hold women accountable. Then as soon as they go on attack because they can't deflect, that's when you deflect. Okay, be with someone else. You don't want to address this problem, you don't want to solve it, you don't want to come resolution, be with someone else. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back when you broke. That's how you handle it. That's how you handle it. When they attack, you deflect. When they deflect, you attack. How do you attack as a man? By staying on subject. You don't call names. You don't lose your cool. You just go back to the subject. No, we're going to resolve this. We're not going to not talk about it. We're not going to act like it didn't happen. You're going to acknowledge where you went wrong, acknowledge that I have a problem with this, and you're going to fix the behavior we're not going to be. How do you deflect? By your ability to walk away. use the same sword and shield that they use. You just use it in reverse. You attack by staying on subject and holding them accountable. You deflect by saying, okay, if you're going to say that, you can just be with somebody else. They do not have a counter for that. And even after watching this video, they still won't have a counter for that. Because no one taught them that. They're not programmed to have a counter for that. Because there is no counter to masculinity. Just like there is no counter to true femininity. Because when a woman's in her feminine, and they come out of their feminine sometimes, but when a woman's in her feminine, she'll just say, you know what, my king? That was wrong. I do understand it, and I apologize. She wouldn't try to manipulate you. So when they attack, you deflect. When they deflect, you attack. That's how you hold women accountable. That's how you deal with their BS manipulation tactics. It's getting dark on me. I might have to do another live about this because I could have kept cooking. But again, make sure y'all bookmark this, timestamp this, because you're going to have to come back to this video. This is a video you're going to have to watch multiple times, all right? But I am Alex, and I am out. Peace.